What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to today's video. This week we are going over tips and tricks that I used to lose weight over the last year and a half. Granted, I'm not guaranteeing that these will work for everyone else. I am just putting these out there as what worked for me and maybe they'll work for you. So let me know if you use them or if you implement one or two of them. I have 10 or 11 written down here, and so we'll dive right into it. So the biggest one that I implemented on a daily basis is I get some sort of physical activity in. I lift weights regularly, I'll do cardio exercises, I kind of do a mixture of everything, and it also depends on the type of year. So like right now I lift 5 days a week, and on one day I'll have a cardio workout, so that'll put it to 6, and then on the seventh day is a rest day. Usually I'll get some type of like walk in or something, yoga, do something like that as like an active recovery. But I make sure that I exercise regularly, roughly for an hour, but not every day is an hour. Um, Usually it's longer than an hour, but that is something that I make sure I do. I work out at the same time every day, and it's just nice. It gets my day started, gets me going in the morning, wakes me up, and I just feel better when I work out compared to when I don't. The second thing that I implemented is I started eating much healthier. So when I started my weight loss journey a year and a half ago, I was eating a lot of fried food, takeout. Um, I would have frozen pizzas, frozen foods. So when I decided that I wanted to lose weight after the football season, I made sure that I limited the amount of takeout that I had. I started eating more fruits, vegetables. I eat a lot of lean meats. I eat a lot of chicken, fish, and then when I eat hamburger, I try to keep it to a lean hamburger, so like a 93.7. And then I also will have some lean ground turkey as well. Um, this leads kind of into the third point where you don't want to buy foods that are ready to eat. So, like your lean cuisines, your frozen pizzas, your pizza rolls, your all these sort of things that are frozen that you have to just put in the microwave, put in, the air fryer for 5 minutes, that those sorts of foods are not great for you. They're usually high in sodium, high in carbs, pretty low in protein. Um, and it just makes it too available to eat. So I don't like to buy those ready to eat foods or snacks. Like also I don't buy chips, pretzels because it's an open bag. You'll keep going back for more. And you tell yourself, I'm going to just get one bowl. Well, then one bowl turns into two, two bowls turn into three. Trust me, I've been there. I've done that. I find it easiest where you just don't buy it. If it's not in my apartment, I don't have to worry about eating it. You know, Eating healthy and don't not buying those ready to eat foods. Sometimes you get a craving for, I just want a candy bar. I just want, my favorite candy is the Nerds gummies. I just want those sorts of things. But that's telling me that my body is finally like detoxing from sugar, where it is, craving these things. So that means I'm doing something right. I'm eating healthier. I'm eating, better foods. Um, and if it's detoxing from that, then I'm doing something right, right. The fourth thing that I really am pretty meticulous about is tracking my food and water intake. So starting with the water intake, right now I'm trying to drink a gallon a day, and I break that up in between my coffee and water, just because coffee is primarily water. It's water and coffee beans, so I don't really add a ton of creamer or anything. I pretty much have black coffee made with a splash of milk in it, but um, prioritizing your water intake will keep you full because a lot of times when you feel like you need a snack, you're probably dehydrated and you just need to drink some more water. The other thing is tracking my food intake. I weigh all my foods. I know how much protein I'm eating. I know how many carbs I'm eating. I weigh my meat out. I weigh whether it's like a potato or a rice. I'll weigh it or measure it with a measuring spoon, just so that I know how much of everything I'm eating. And then I track it. I put it in an app on my phone. Right now I'm using MacroFactor. There's many different apps out there. There's MacroFactor, there is RP Diet app, there is MyFitnessPal. All three of those have paid options. MacroFactor and RP are both paid, but MyFitnessPal has an excellent, free version. But they do also have the paid version. The thing I really like about MacroFactor is it has a coached version on there. So I put my weights in there. I weigh myself regularly so that I can put it in my phone, and then it has a coach that tells me, so these are my goals, this is how many calories I need to eat, and then adjust my calories weekly. And I can also choose so that it changes it daily. So if, say, it's on the weekend, I can get more calories on the weekend because it's looking at my calories over the week instead of just one day. That's another thing you have to look at, right? So if you're tracking calories and say you go over on your calories one day, well, one day isn't going to kill you, but a week of it will kill you. So look at your calorie intake throughout the week. So say, this is very unrealistic, but say you're eating the 2,000 calorie a day diet, right? And one day you eat 2,500 calories. Over the course of the week, you're eating 14,000 calories. Say you ate 2,500 on one day, well, one day you might just need to subtract 500 calories, right? So looking at your intake over the whole week instead of just one day is one way that it also helps me. And then number 5 is I prioritize my protein, right? So on the app, it has me aiming for, I think, 247 grams of protein. And then I think it's like 199 grams of carbs and 160 grams of fiber, or not fiber, of fat. The main one that I'm aiming for each day to hit is my protein. As long as I can keep my carbs and fats at a moderate amount, usually I don't hit them, but I try to get, a decent amount of each in throughout the day, then I'm happy. I try to get mostly all of my calories as much as I can from my protein intake. And then number 6, I make sure that I make my health a priority. Like I said, I pay for the MacroFactor app. I have a gym membership. I am willing to spend money on programming every once in a while to switch it up. I'm willing to spend money on a state park pass so that I can go hiking. I'm willing to spend money on a national park pass to go hiking there. I bought a bike last fall. All these sorts of things, I'm willing to spend money on them because I make health a priority in my life. Yeah, I don't, in the summertime, I won't lift every day, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to exercise. I'll still, go for a bike ride. I'll go for a walk. I'll go for a run. I'll do these other things instead of lifting weights every day. And then you need to make sure that you have a routine. If you don't have a routine, you're not going to do these things, right? So for me, that is waking up at 4:30 every day. So or 4:30 every day so that I can work out at 5:30. Or if I work a night shift, I get off at 5:30 so that I can still be at the gym by 5:35-ish, roughly. And then I can be done with my workouts by 7:30 so I can get home, shower, change, be ready to eat breakfast by 8. And then if I work the night shift, I can be in bed by 8:30. If I'm up for the day, then I can continue doing whatever it is. Right now, I'll usually, read my Bible, do my journaling, read a book, those sorts of things right away in the morning so that I have the rest of the day to do whatever I want, whether that's grocery shopping, meal prepping. It just sets my day up in a positive way instead of sleeping until 9 o'clock, it just allows me to get a jump start on the day and get ahead on the day. Another thing that also helps me is, I have a workout partner. I work out with a friend of mine, and we have been working out, with each other for probably the last 8 months, roughly, together. Every day 5:30. There's some days where one of us can't make it at that time, or we had something going on the night before, or we have something going on that day, or we're out of town. But having a workout partner who's able to hold you accountable throughout your workouts, on your diet, all those sorts of things, it's very beneficial. And then you also want to make sure that you follow a program, number 8. Whether that is, you make your own program, you buy someone's programming, you use AI to create a program, just making sure that you have something in place so that when you go into the gym, you can say, okay, this is what I'm doing today, and go in and attack your workout. Because if you're going to the gym and you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to do 5 minutes on the treadmill, and then I'm going to bench, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, your workouts aren't going to be very productive because you're going to spend more time thinking about what lifts you want to do and the exercises you want to do and what areas you're trying to improve, that rather than following a program. Right now I'm following a programming made by Mayhem Hunt. I've programmed for myself. I've bought programming. All these things, it makes it so that I can look at it. I have it done before I go to the gym, and I can be like, okay, yep, I'm going to do this, this, this. Most of the time, I know the percentages of the weight I'm going to work off of, or I know what weight, I know a rep range, I know everything about it, so that I'm able to get through my workout more efficiently, and I'll have a better lift than if I were just making it up on the fly. And number 9, it kind of follows the follow-up program piece, is you want to track your progress, whether that is your weight loss journey, the weights you did in the gym. You want to track your food. It kind of encompasses everything, because when you first, let's start that again. When you track your progress in your weight loss, you're setting small goals, right? So I started my weight loss journey at around 300 pounds, and I told myself I'm going to get to 260. Well, that didn't happen overnight. It was small changes that I made, as I've covered above, where I said, okay, I'm going to do these things to get to here, and then after I hit 260, I was like, okay, now I'm going to hit 240. And I every Monday I would go into the gym, I would take a progress photo of when I started and the progress along the way, so that I can be like, oh, here's the progress I've made throughout the way. You might not notice it right away, but by taking my progress photos every Monday at the gym, I can see the progress I've made over time. And then you also want to track your workouts. This goes into number 10. You want to use a journal, use a notebook, use your phone, your notes app. Whether your program that you're following has an app that allows you to track your weights in it, whether you go on Amazon and you buy a workout journal, those are super nice. They have columns and rows for putting your workout, put your sets, your reps, all those sorts of things. Or whether you're using your notes app or an Excel spreadsheet, those sorts of things to track your weight, so that you can see how you're progressing throughout the weeks, right? And there's different ways to progress, whether that is you are increasing the amount of reps you can do on a certain weight, or for the same amount of reps, you're hitting more weight. Both show that you're progressing over time. And it's important to be able to see, okay, what did I do 2 weeks, and what am I going to do this week? So I can say, okay, 2 weeks ago I benched, 225 for 10. Well, can I get 235 for 10 this week? Those sorts of things. Super important, super helpful, has helped me tremendously. And it's just something I got used to in college, because you can see, over the 5 years, my coach had an Excel spreadsheet of the progress that we've made in all of our main lifts, your bench, your squat, your deadlift, your clean, those sorts of things. And it made it super nice to see, okay, compared to last year, I increased 10 pounds. And keeping a journal, keeping a record, it allows you to do that, where you can look at the progress you've made over the last year, over the last 2 years, those sorts of things. So that kind of wraps up what I had planned for talking today. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Let me know what you think. Make sure that if you implement these things into your life, implement them slowly, because if you try to implement all 10 of these tips or tricks into your life, you probably won't follow them. Start with 1 or 2 of these things each week, and each week you can add 1 or 2 more. But slow progress and slow implementation has you will have a greater likelihood of keeping up with them over the long term. So please like, subscribe, share the video. Let me know what you think. If you do implement these in your life, let me know how it goes. I appreciate you all. Keep posted for next week's video, and I hope to see you then.